A species extinct for more than 10,000 years.
Look at the size of it.
It was never meant to live among us. But today, science brought it back to life. And it will become the most deadly creature the wild has ever seen. Angel, John Rhys-Davies, David Keith, Jenna Gehring.
Go! Come on!
Here, kitty, 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 kitty.
Yes. And I'm here to tell you that there are some things that are better left extinct. Sabretooth is a B-movie creature feature that was premiered in the early 2000s of sci-fi. It was ambitious for its time amongst B-horror fans. Not the greatest, but certainly entertaining.
Yeah, Dylan, I think I could appreciate what they did with Sabretooth. I mean, me and him saw this film back in the day, like in middle school. I was in 8th grade. He was in 6th grade, I believe. And when we saw it, we were like, okay, this is cool. We love it. This is amazing or whatever. But now seeing it again, I mean, there's a couple problems and a couple issues. But you know what? For people like Dylan who love B-movies and animal horror films, this is up his alley. If you love extremely big, low budget B-movies, this is up your alley. Sabretooth is your movie. So Dylan, go from there.
Thank you. And while I explain this, the plot is as simple as putting bread on butter. It starts off with your lead camp counselor training other camp counselors to be future lead camp counselors for little kids. Mm-hmm. She's basically showing them the ropes of hiking, campfire, etc.
Being good, upstanding role models, basically.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the Sabretooth is on the loose by a certain accident.
Yep.
And there's this rich asshole and this bitch who's responsible for making this creature, wants to get it back so she can be famous and have a high status of money and fame.
Yep. Both of these people want that Sabretooth. They want to be famous or rich and have all their desires made. So yeah, this film is very low budget. It's very, sci-fi. This premiere on sci-fi. And if you know sci-fi quality movies, you might think, oh, this is a piece of shit. But like I said, again, if you love B-movies and are a big fan of B-movies like Dylan himself, this is up your alley. I mean, I liked some of the stuff they did with the creature and the close-ups. I mean, he looked realistic up close. But I feel there was some inconsistencies with some of the shots when you actually see the creature, the Sabretooth in full form. There are some errors, like, I mean, the creature, the Sabretooth looked really like old school CGI from the 90s. He looked really bad computer generated. He looked like crap. He didn't look like the Sabretooth we saw in different shots and in different, up close and personal points of view. But, I think, it was still doable. It was still watchable. But I did laugh at a couple parts. And as for the gore, it's not extremely gory and bloody like other animal horror films we reviewed, but it has its moments. You see some carnage left around, some guts, here and there. But a lot of it's just quick editing and quick cutaways and, quick cut scenes where you don't see the actual killing ensue. I mean, what do you think about that? I mean, because I know you loved this film growing up as a kid.
Well, back in my childhood, I didn't really give a shit about the effects or how much blood there was. All I just wanted to see was the Sabretooth killing the shit out of people.
Yeah, exactly. And, while I think it has some effort and some value, it's not the best, and it could use some work, especially with the creature. If you want to make a creature, film or animal film, make it realistic and scary. But in Dylan's perspective, I respect him for liking and loving, because you know what? It's your film and this is your childhood. And while I may have a different viewpoint than you, you still liked it. You still enjoy it.
Yeah. And you also have to keep in mind that using a full-on animatronic saber-toothed tiger, keep in mind, it's expensive as hell.
Yep.
there may be a lot of technical problems with the animatronic
Exactly.
if they were to do it. Not to mention it would be, I mean, look at the velociraptors from Jurassic Park.
Right, that took a lot of work, and this is not Jurassic Park or Jurassic World. This is a whole new, this is just basically a low-budget film with limited amounts of time and limited amounts of effort. They don't really have the budget or the time to you know, test out the shots, test out the photography. They just have to go with what they got. And yeah, it's all right. As all I can say, it's really all right. The characters are just your basic, you know, stereotypical, you know, college students or adults. I mean, you got a black guy who's, you know, who's flirting with the girls, acting all, you know, macho and talking ghetto.
Yeah.
And you also have another guy who's broken up with the lead camp counselor. They had a relationship issue. And you have another girl who, you know, was with a bad crowd. And you also have this fucking nerd. Like, this nerd bugged the shit out of me. Okay, this guy in the film has these glasses. They're purple see-through glasses, and he has hair, and he has like this blonde hair with black on top. He looks like fucking Eminem from 1999 to 2000 when Eminem started doing rap videos for MTV. I mean, the guy looks like Eminem, and those god-awful glasses from the 90s, Jesus Christ, it is terrible. And that god-awful techno music when he rolls around his pickup truck, it sounds like 90s techno, late 90s to early 2000s techno. It is so fucking terrible. It is such fucking shit. It is a piece of shit. I hated that guy. He was just a prick.
Oh,
He was just annoying.
He was mostly just a dork.
He was such a fucking dork. And like, honestly, if you're gonna go hitchhiking in the woods in nature and be a camp counselor, you have asthma, don't fucking do that. You know, and the characters are just bland. They're just generic, you know. I mean, I didn't care for them. I didn't love them. They're just there. I mean, what do you think about the characters as a whole?
Again, like back in the day, I didn't really give a shit. I didn't really understand at the time of what was going on.
Right.
I just wanted to see the Sabretooth like kill shit. Oh my god,
Exactly.
He's gonna pop out of nowhere.
Exactly. We didn't understand back then plot and character development and storyline suspense, but yeah, I mean, it's just a sci-fi film, and you know, it's what you could expect. It's straight to DVD, so it's cheap to get, and you know, grab a couple of friends, you know, smoke some weed or drink some booze, and just watch a film and have fun with it, because that's all really you're gonna get.
Or you can just be like me,
Yeah.
just watch this film and enjoy it for what it is.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not mainstream.
Exactly. I don't disagree with that argument, Dylan, but still, I mean, you got these college students, and you got this Sabretooth, and you got these two people who want it back, want to be rich. That's basically your whole run-the-middle thing. Like I said, there's not a lot of blood or gore. There's some blood, like in the beginning with the janitor. That was fun and cool to see. But overall, you see a lot of quick cuts. Like, you'll see him jump out of nowhere and grab the girl and take her away. And then you see dismembered parts of another body, and the next day, or, you know, whatever. You know, it's nothing high quality and nothing really superior to, like, Jaws or, you know, other horror films, you know, we reviewed, like Backcountry.
Yeah.
You know, it's just sci-fi, and it's just a really cheesy, you know, run-the-mill film. So
Yeah.
there's really nothing else going for it. There's no suspense or build-up with this creature or anything else. I mean, they have good shots of him as a real, you know, Sabretooth, but they had some continuity mistakes and suspense issues. Like, when you're watching a creature feature film or an animal horror film, you want that suspense, you want that build-up, and you want it to reach at certain levels, you know. But when you have it pop out of nowhere and it just be so random, it seems choppy and sloppy overall. But again, if you like B movies like Dylan, like really low budget B movies, with me, B movies are hit and miss. But if you love B movies, Sabretooth, I would probably recommend it for you if you're into that type of vibe. Right? Correct, Dylan?
Correct. And again, you know, I understood probably what the director was going for, although I have to give him the benefit of the doubt that the practical effects with the saber-toothed tiger were awesome.
Yeah, there's some good stuff going on with it. You know, like the actual real close-ups of him.
Yeah.
But in general, there's some problems with production, I could tell, and really a lot of reshoots, a lot of practice. I mean, maybe looking for a quick buck, maybe he's a first-time director, who knows? We all have those moments with filmmakers and their films. But yeah, it's a sci-fi film, so check it out if you like. I mean, I think it's all right. It really hasn't grown on me or really improved now that I'm watching it, you know, 10 years later. But with Dylan still loves it. These movies are your baby. And we're going to do more of these type of films. So this may not be a cup of tea to everyone, or they may not even bother checking out, you know, the film or these films. But you know what? We want to mix it up. We want to see what we think of these films. And yeah, we'll be back to our regular schedule with other horror break films that are really, you know, well-known films and much superior films. But this is sci-fi quality, so I guess this is like a animal horror, you know, marathon that we're doing, if you will. I don't know.
Mini-thon.
Yeah, mini-thon. It's not a whole marathon. God knows there's plenty.
Yeah.
So.
And I just want to say again, Michael, thank you for letting some of my childhood monster movies be a part of Horror Break, even though they're not, you know, mainstream.
Right.
It's still appreciative, and hopefully there are some people out, like you out there amongst the YouTube comments would appreciate, you know, my enthusiasm.
Right,
for such
and that's
films.
that's my thing. That's what I want to do, Dylan. I like to mix it up a bit with Horror Break. I like to review the good, the bad, and the. So yeah, that's what I like to like. I like to keep it diverse. So this is something new, I guess, and something you may like or you may not. Like I said, it's really B-movie budget. It's all up to you. And one more thing, if you're gonna do a creature feature film or animal horror film, whatever you may label this, have some fucking tits, have some fucking sex, have something going on, because there's moments where I think, okay, they're gonna fuck, they're gonna make out, but it doesn't work. And there's some shots where you just see a house and you see two people fucking, you just hear an orgasm, a big climax, and you don't see anything. You don't see shit. And that's not how you fucking do it. It's not how you do it, Dylan. I know this is you watching it back in the day when you were, you know, growing up in, you know, elementary, middle school, but still, have some tits, have some ass, have something. I mean, you have a little bit of boobs thrown around.
There's a lesbian scene in Python.
Okay, then we're good to go.
There's a lesbian. But keep in mind.
Still, it's softcore porn. There's softcore porn scenes. There's really nothing going for it with that. But other than that, Sabretooth, check it out if you like these kind of films. If you're a fan of, you know, really really cheesy bad films. Like I said, they're hit and miss with me, but this one was alright. It's alright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So stay tuned for the upcoming next two creature films, and that is Python and Peter Collins' Creature, I think.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Alright, cool.
We will see you next time.
Alright, thank you very much for watching, guys. Let us know what you think of Sabretooth if you've seen it. But like I said again, we want to expand to different movies. And if we have to review really low-budget sci-fi films, so be it. We're going to do it. I mean, a lot of people would say, why the hell would I review that? Or why would I waste my time seeing it? But like I said, I like to review new stuff and revisit some stuff me and him watched back in the day. So
say like, why the hell is your friend, you know, into this crap?
Yeah, I mean, there's people that are into, you know, a lot of crap out there, and so are we. So we're entitled to do it. So yeah. We hope you enjoyed the video. Let us know what you think, and yeah, we'll see you on the next one. Thanks a lot.